And here we got yet another game from round 1 of the DilliDalli Cup, and I think this one may be the best game. Of course, we got one more coming up, but looking at these teams, this should be pretty exciting. We do have the Xbox team, RedRage and DilliDalli. Thank you very much for DilliDalli for setting this whole thing up. Hopefully he does some more of these in the futures. Going first land, going with Seraphim, his ally. RedRage going with the EEF, and we have actually seen some games with these. At least one game with these players I've uploaded before where they lost against a very good team, but they played very well. And on top we got Adlermann and Rienzilla. These are the players. We got the recent 2v2 Finns from 2008. They were an extremely good team back in the day. Let's see if they can regain the former glory. Rienzilla, EEF, and Cybern for Adlermann. And looks like second air for Adlermann. Perhaps we'll see Gestures. Gesture is very good on this one. Very good rating opportunities. But it looks like the ACUs plus Scouts, very similar builds for the top side. The ACUs for RedRage and DilliDalli also going up pretty quick, but looks like here DilliDalli is going to stop to make a land factory. Multiple land factories now going to go into the middle. And that could be a big mistake. Looks like Adlermann and Rienzilla are going to pick up the mass. At least Rienzilla is. And the ACUs from RedRage and DilliDalli are going to stop short and start building up here. And they're going to miss out on a whole bunch of mass. And that just might be the difference. Here we see a mech marine from RedRage. Still no kills, but there's an engineer that it should be able to pick up. Also here raiding Manti from Adlermann, and it's a favorite thing of Cybern players to do, to skip the light assault bot, go straight to the Mantis. Mantis themselves are very quick, and they will actually take on your tanks when you try to defend against them. It's a good use of Cybern there from Adlermann. You can see most of the mass is already gone and missing out, and Adlermann only at 300, but Rienzilla 1100. Some nice aggression here from DilliDalli. And here we see 4 kills between these Manta now retreating, and they will be able to outrun the striker. Although they run into a different striker, looks like they will almost be sandwiched. Good defense from RedRage. So Adlermann and Rienzilla taking over the middle. However, RedRage and DilliDalli have built up a whole bunch of building capacity. If they have the eco to support it, looks like some mass problems there from DilliDalli. Good mass for RedRage. If he can get all these factories building with a good economy, he's going to have a nice Tech 1 land force. And here we got Seraphim versus Cybern land battle. ACU for Rienzilla thinking about going in. And here, these have been some great raids that I missed from DilliDalli. Multiple dead mass extractors for Rienzilla. And this is a great push here from RedRage. Excellent stuff, just not asking any question, just goes in. I gotta slow this down. Runs past the ACU, and he's gonna go into the base. That doesn't look like there's much here to defend against this. They gotta just keep on rolling, try to kill some of this power. Maybe kill this power storage. That would be excellent. Also some aggression here from DilliDalli. DilliDalli Tech 2 on the ACU, Tech 2 point defense. Beautiful stuff here from this team from XBX. Power storage is not completed, and you just got to start these things to explode and do some splash. Actually, Tech 2 for RedRage on his ACU as well. And DilliDalli with a Tech 2 points defense creep directly into Rienzilla. Rienzilla still at Tech 1. Rienzilla, most of his Tech 1 units tied up in defense. One thing we haven't seen in this game though is Tech 1 air. Then completely land, but this Tech 2 move. RedRage with that Tech 2, looks like he's going to do the exact same thing as DilliDalli. Looks like DilliDalli and RedRage thought about what they were going to do. Quick Tech 2 upgrade on the ACU, that's always a good move. And on this map, if he can take over the middle, it looks like DilliDalli with this point defense, he will be able to cut off Rienzilla from his allies. So he's going to put a wedge between them. Adlermann now getting an upgrade. He's got to get Tech 2 of his own. But that might be a bad spot, because as soon as this Tech 2-point defense gets finished, he will be able to fire. So by no means this game is over, although much better position for XBX team. But it's going to take some really good stuff from the top side from Rienzilla Adlermann. Perhaps they are a bit rusty, because absolutely like one-sided here. DilliDalli versus Rienzilla just walked up with his Tech 2 ACU and said, I'm locking this one up. Rienzilla looks like he's going Tech 2 land, and the Tech 1 push ahead of a Tech 2 PD creep. This is really great. I guess you can call it micro, or not really overall strategy, but great style, you could say, that really works very well. You push with your Tech 1 units ahead, preventing your opponent from making Tech 2-point defenses, and then you make the Tech 2-point defenses yourself. Even if they kill your Tech 1, you will be able to regain position with your freshly built Tech 2-point defense. Looks like Adlermann is here finishing up his upgrade. Might get shot once again. And DilliDalli going very deep. He's actually, this could be quite dangerous for him, although he does have a couple of Tech 2-point defenses to retreat to. Cruise missiles from DilliDalli. Point defenses going up, or TMDs. There goes a Tech 2 mask extractor. There are some Tech 2 mask extractors for DilliDalli. DilliDalli playing like a pro in this one. I guess he might be a pro. Adlermann trying to finish up the upgrade, getting hit by Tech 2-point defense, and that's very bad. He doesn't really have too much Tech 1 to do much about it. And a cruise missile. Beautiful stuff from DilliDalli. Seeing an ACU that's definitely not going to move, hits it with a cruise missile. This has now become 2v1, and I completely called this wrong when I saw the bottom side not go for the middle mass. Instead, they built up their Tech 1 and then upgraded their ACUs to Tech 2 and did their thing. You can see the Tech 2 point defense creep. The lone surviving player, Rienzilla, here, very much devastated. Now Tech 1 bombers coming out. Excellent. It's really just a matter of time here. Minute 12. More mass extractors being taken out. Now the bombers coming in as well. Interceptors for Rienzilla. Rienzilla, he does have Tech 2 engineering, and I see he's going to need the gun. And now Tech 2-point defense is already in the base. Rienzilla cancels the upgrade, retreats. RedRage is now going to get a whole bunch of free mass, moving in a couple Tech 1 units in support of his ally. Stealth field from DilliDalli. DilliDalli doing everything right here. Another good move. We've seen the Tech 1 land ahead of a Tech 2 PD creep. Stealth fields are also excellent together with a point defense creep. They do cost 125 power, which is less than a shield. But in terms of the range and the stealth, you can see how long it is. And the effect is Rienzilla has no idea what's going on until in visual range he sees a bunch of tanks coming into his base. So stealth extremely effective, and total air domination now as well. Very one-sided. So far, Chosen and Craze Chariot and the XBX sides by far the two most impressive sides. It'll be interesting to see that game. Not really sure what round that will be, but I definitely enjoyed this one. Hope others did as well.